Come closer and sit beside me, because the fire is burning low, and the shadows are dancing on the walls in a way that tells me the universe is whispering secrets that are meant specifically for your ears, my steadfast Taurus. The dates of November 25th and November 26th are not merely days on a calendar that you can tear off and forget, nor are they simple moments of time passing by without consequence. We are living through an echo, a reverberation of something massive that began just hours ago and is now settling into the very soil you stand upon. Listen to the wind outside. It carries the voices of Mercury and Venus, who have just met in the deep, dark waters of Scorpio. And while the peak of their meeting might have technically occurred yesterday, the ripple effect is only now reaching the shores of your soul. You often seek stability, and you look for the ground to be solid beneath your feet. But these 48 hours are going to ask you to trust the water, to trust the flow, and to look into a mirror that might make you tremble at first glance. Before we go any deeper into this mystery, I want you to make a commitment to yourself right now in this moment of quiet connection. Go to the comment section below and write these words to seal your intention. I am ready to see the truth in my reflection and welcome the love that honors my worth. Now let us look at the sky through the eyes of the ancients. You are Taurus, the builder, the lover of beauty, the one who endures. But right now the cosmic drama is unfolding in Scorpio, which is the sign directly opposite to you on the zodiac wheel. This is of immense importance, and you must understand what this opposition means for you during these 2 days. When planets gather in your opposite sign, they are walking through your 7th house, the house of partnerships, the house of the other, the house of marriage and open enemies and deep one-on-one connections. This means that for you, my dear Taurus, the miracle of this cosmic alignment is not happening in isolation inside your own head, but it is destined to come to you through another person. It is a projection, a reflection, a message delivered by a partner, a lover, a friend, or perhaps someone from your past who represents a chapter you thought was closed. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is currently retrograde, which means he is walking backward, tracing his steps looking for lost treasures in the underworld of Scorpio. And he has just kissed Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, who is your ruling planet. Do you understand the significance of this? Your ruler Venus is holding hands with the messenger of the past in the house of your relationships. This is not a subtle energy. It is a loud knocking on the door of your heart. For the next 48 hours, specifically on the 25th and 26th of November, you are walking through a hallway of mirrors. Every interaction you have, every text message you receive, every glance shared across a crowded room is laden with heavy spiritual meaning. The universe has been orchestrating this moment for weeks, moving people into position like chess pieces on a board, ensuring that you are exactly where you need to be to hear what needs to be said. You might have felt a heaviness in your chest lately, a sensation that something is imminent, but you could not quite name it. That was your intuition picking up on the static electricity in the air before the lightning strikes. And now, the lightning is here. This conjunction between Mercury and Venus in Scorpio is creating a channel for truth, raw, unadulterated truth, to flow from the other person directly into your soul. Because Mercury is retrograde, the message coming to you has roots in the past. It might be an apology you have waited years to hear. It might be a clarification about a misunderstanding that caused a rift between you and someone you loved. It might be a confession of feelings that were suppressed. because the timing was wrong back then, but the timing is right now. You see, Taurus, you are known for your patience, but sometimes your patience can turn into stubbornness, and you can hold on to a grudge or a hurt feeling for a very long time, building walls around your heart to protect your soft center. But this water energy, this Scorpio intensity is coming to dissolve those walls, not with force, but with the undeniable power of emotional truth. Imagine a river overflowing its banks and gently washing away the fences you built. That is what love is doing during these 2 days. It is important to remember that this is not just about romantic love. Although for many of you it will manifest as a significant turning point in your romantic life, it is also about the contracts of the soul. Scorpio deals with soul ties, connections that go beyond the logic of the mind and enter the realm of the eternal. If you have been dreaming intensely lately, if faces from the past have been floating through your sleep, if you have heard a song that instantly transported you back to a specific moment with a specific person, do not brush these off as coincidences. There are no coincidences under this sky. These are the footprints of the universe leading you to a destination. The rabbit spirit I mentioned before is very active for you now. The rabbit represents that part of you that wants to run away when intimacy gets too deep, that wants to hide in the burrow of your comfort zone when someone challenges you to open up more than you are used to. You love your comfort, Taurus. You love your safety. But the magic of these 48 hours is asking you to transform that fearful rabbit into a spirit of nature that trusts the forest. You are being asked to stand your ground not in defense but in vulnerability. To let someone see you, really see you, without the masks, without the armor, without the need to control the outcome. This transformation is supported by a magnificent configuration called the Grand Water Trine, involving Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces. Even though you are an earth sign, this water energy is the nourishment your soil has been craving. Think of the dry, cracked earth waiting for the rain. That is your heart waiting for this emotional release. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and blessings, is currently in your 3rd house of communication. This is a beautiful aspect for you because it means that your words have power right now. If there is a conversation you have been avoiding, if there is a letter you have written in your mind, but never sent, if there is a truth sitting on the tip of your tongue, specifically on November 25th and 26th, Jupiter is giving you the courage and the divine protection to speak it. And because Jupiter is in Cancer, a sign that values emotional security, your words will not come out harsh or cold. They will come out wrapped in care and empathy. You will find the ability to articulate your needs in a way that brings people closer rather than pushing them away. Simultaneously, Saturn, the Lord of Time and Karma, is in Pisces in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, and networks. Saturn is getting ready to turn direct very soon, and he is stabilizing your vision for the future. This implies that the relationship developments or the conversations happening now are not just fleeting moments of passion. They have the weight of destiny behind them. They are building blocks for the future you have been dreaming of. When Mercury and Venus meet your ruler in that intense opposition, it is like a spotlight turning on in a dark room. You might see things about your partner or your potential partner that you did not see before. Some of this might be challenging because Scorpio energy digs deep and reveals secrets, but most of it will be healing. You might realize that the person you thought was against you was actually fighting a battle you knew nothing about. You might realize that the distance you felt was not a lack of love, but a fear of rejection that mirrored your own. The mirror, my dear Taurus, always the mirror. What you see in them is a reflection of what is happening inside you. If you feel loved and cherished during these 2 days, it is because you are finally ready to accept that you are worthy of being cherished. If you feel triggered or challenged, it is because there is a part of you that is ready to heal that specific trigger. The universe uses people to teach us about ourselves, and right now, class is in session. The energy of the 25th starts with a lingering intensity from the night before. You might wake up feeling a bit groggy or heavily laden with the remnants of vivid dreams. Do not rush out of bed. Take a moment to feel your body against the sheets, to feel the weight of your existence. Your body is your temple, and for Taurus, physical sensation is the primary way you communicate with the universe. Pay attention to your throat chakra these days. Is it tight? Is it sore? Do you feel a lump there? That is the unsaid, trying to find a way out. Drink water, soothe your throat, and prepare yourself to speak. As the day unfolds on the 25th, you might notice that technology acts a bit strange or plans change at the last minute. This is Mercury Retrograde playing his tricks, but do not get frustrated. These disruptions are merely detours designed to put you in the right place at the right time. Perhaps a cancelled meeting leads you to bump into someone you needed to see. Perhaps a wrong turn leads you past a place that holds a memory you needed to revisit. Flow with the disruptions. Be like the water, not like the rock. In your relationships, pay close attention to the tone of voice used by others. Listen not just to the words, but to the silence between the words. Venus is enhancing your ability to pick up on non-verbal cues. You might look at your partner and suddenly understand them in a way you never have before. A look in their eyes might convey more than 1,000 speeches. And if you are single, do not think this energy passes you by. On the contrary, the opposition in the 7th house can bring a sudden, fateful encounter. It is a classic aspect for love at first sight, or perhaps more accurately, love at first recognition. It is the feeling of meeting a stranger and feeling like you are reuniting with an old friend. This is the soul recognition that Scorpio energy is famous for. As we move into the night of the 25th, the veil between the worlds becomes very thin. This is an excellent time for quiet contemplation or for intimate conversations that last until the early hours of the morning. The energy favors depth. Small talk will feel unbearable to you. You will want to know the why and the how of everything. You will want to strip away the superficial layers and touch the core of the matter. Then comes the 26th of November. The energy shifts slightly as the moon moves and interacts with this planetary cluster. You might feel a surge of practical desire. You want to know where this is going. You are Taurus. After all, you need to know if you are building a castle on sand or on stone. The beautiful news is that Saturn in your 11th house is whispering that the foundations are being laid. Even if things seem fluid and uncertain right now, there is a structure forming underneath the surface. Trust the process of construction, even if you cannot see the blueprints yet. During these 48 hours, you might also notice specific signs and symbols repeating in your environment. The universe speaks to Taurus through the material world. Look for repeating numbers, especially those involving 2 and 6 or numbers that add up to your life path number. Look for symbols of nature appearing in unexpected places. Perhaps a bird lands near you and stares for a moment too long. Perhaps you find a feather on your doorstep. Perhaps the wind blows a leaf onto your path that is a color you have never seen before. These are not random. They are winks from the cosmos confirming that you are on the right path. The rabbit spirit reminds you to be gentle with yourself. If fear arises, acknowledge it. Say to the fear, I see you, but you are not driving this car anymore. I am driving, and I am choosing the scenic route of love and trust. The tension you might feel between the desire to merge with another and the desire to maintain your autonomy is the central theme of this opposition. Scorpio wants to merge completely to become one. Taurus wants to possess, to have, and to hold, but also to remain solid in oneself. The balance lies in realized that true union does not require you to lose yourself. It requires you to expand yourself to include another. It is a paradox that the mind cannot understand, but the heart knows perfectly well. You are being invited to step into a higher octave of love, a love that is not possessive but appreciative, a love that does not bind but frees, a love that is as deep as the ocean and as solid as the mountain. This is the gift of the Mercury-Venus conjunction in opposition to your sign. It is a gift wrapped in shadows and mysteries, but when you unwrap it, you will find a diamond of clarity. Do not ignore the financial aspect of this alignment either. Venus rules your second house of money and resources as well as your sign. When she is in the house of others, it can suggest financial benefits coming through partnerships. A business partner might bring good news. A spouse might receive a bonus that benefits the household. Or you might find that combining resources with someone leads to greater abundance than you could achieve alone. However, with Mercury Retrograde, double-check all the details. Read the fine print. Do not agree to anything verbally without seeing it in writing. The retrograde energy can make things seem clearer than they are, so take your time. Taurus is good at taking time. Use your natural slowness as a superpower. Do not let anyone rush you into a decision, especially in matters of the heart or the wallet. Say, I need to sit with this. I need to chew on this. Let the digestion process happen. The 26th is a day where the dust starts to settle, and you begin to integrate the messages you have received. You might feel a sense of relief, as if a pressure valve has been released. The intense emotional charge of the conjunction begins to dissipate, leaving behind a warm glow of understanding. You will know what to do next. You will know because you will feel it in your gut. Your instincts, which are usually spot on, are currently being sharpened by the Scorpio laser beam. Trust your first impression of people and situations during these 2 days. If something feels off, it is off. If something feels right, even if it defies logic, it is right. Your body is your compass. The Grand Water Trine is also washing away old guilts and shames that you have carried in your energetic field. Taurus can sometimes carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, feeling responsible for everything and everyone. But the water energy says, let it go. Let the river carry the burden. You are not meant to carry it all alone. Share the load with those who love you. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the ultimate strength. It takes a warrior to lower the shield and let an arrow of love pierce the heart. Be that warrior. Be that spirit of nature that dances in the moonlight, unafraid of the shadows. As you move through the hours of the 26th, bring your awareness to your home environment. Your physical space affects your inner state profoundly. Maybe light a candle, burn some incense. Creating a sacred atmosphere in your home will help anchor the high-frequency energies pouring down. You are bringing the spiritual into the material, which is the ultimate mission of Taurus, to make the divine tangible, to make love something you can touch and hold. The conversations you have now will set the tone for the coming months. Do not be afraid to ask the hard questions. Do not be afraid to ask, where do we stand? Or what do you feel? The answers might surprise you in the best possible way. Remember that Mercury in Scorpio delves into the psychological underpinnings of behavior. You might find yourself having a conversation about childhood or past traumas that explain so much about current behaviors. This is healing. It is not dwelling on the past, it is illuminating the past so that it no longer haunts the present. The ghosts are being laid to rest, and as they fade away, they leave space for new life to enter, new possibilities, new levels of intimacy. You are rewriting your story, my dear Taurus. You are no longer the stubborn bull stuck in the mud. You are the sacred bull, the guardian of value, the lover of life who knows that the greatest treasure is not gold or land, but the connection between two souls. This is your time. The stars have aligned to give you a breakthrough in your relationships. Receive it. Open your hands and your heart and receive it. Do not analyze it to death. Just feel it. Let the energy wash over you like a warm tide. You are safe. You are held. You are loved more than you can possibly imagine. The universe is not testing you, it is preparing you for a level of happiness that you were not ready for until now. But you are ready now. Look at how far you have come. Look at the storms you have weathered. You are still standing, and now the sun is beginning to break through the clouds. But before the full sunshine comes, we must navigate these deep waters of the 25th and 26th. Navigate them with grace, navigate them with patience, and most importantly, navigate them with honesty. The truth is your raft. The truth will keep you afloat, even if the truth is scary, even if the truth changes everything. Change is not the enemy. Stagnation is the enemy. And this energy is the antidote to stagnation. It is movement. It is life. It is the heartbeat of the cosmos syncing up with your own heartbeat. Can you feel it? Can you feel the rhythm? It is getting louder. It is getting stronger. And it is calling your name. The rhythm of the cosmos is beating in time with your own pulse. And as we venture deeper into the mystery of these 48 hours, specifically moving through the afternoon of the 25th, and into the expectant energy of the 26th of November, we must speak of the water that surrounds your island of Earth. You see, my sturdy Taurus, you are the rock in the river, but even the strongest rock is shaped by the persistent flow of water over time. The Grand Water Trine that is currently active in the sky, involving Jupiter in Cancer and Saturn in Pisces, is not just a background event. It is the main stage upon which your transformation is being acted out. This is crucial for you to understand, because while the conjunction of Mercury and Venus is happening in your house of partners, the support is coming from your house of communication and your house of community. Jupiter, the great benefic, is sitting in your third house of Cancer. This is why I told you earlier that words have power now, but let us go deeper. This placement suggests that the miracle you are waiting for might arrive in the form of a message that feels like home. It might be a conversation with a sibling or a neighbor that suddenly unlocks a deep emotional realization. Or it might be that your own style of communication is shifting from the practical to the poetic. You usually like to talk about what is real, what you can touch and see. But Jupiter in Cancer is asking you to talk about how you feel, to use the language of the heart. Do not be afraid that you will sound weak. On the contrary, speaking your emotional truth during these days will make you invincible because it aligns you with the flow of the universe. And then there is Saturn. Saturn, the old taskmaster, the Lord of Time, who has been walking backwards in Pisces, in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. You may have felt over the last few months that your long-term goals were stalled, or that your connection to your social circle was fading. You may have felt lonely, even in a room full of people. That was Saturn doing his work, clearing out the connections that were no longer aligned with your soul's purpose. But now, as we approach the 27th, when Saturn finally turns direct, the energy on the 26th acts as a prelude, a deep breath before the plunge. The 11th house also rules the love we receive from others, and with Saturn here preparing to move forward, you are being asked to restructure your expectations of friendship and community. Perhaps a friend is destined to become something more. Perhaps a romantic partner needs to become your best friend first. The lines are blurring, my child. The rigid categories you have built to keep your life organized are being washed away by this water trine, and you must let them go. Let the friend be the lover. Let the lover be the teacher. Let the teacher be the student. We are all mirrors reflecting the divine light. Now let us return to that fascinating image of the rabbit transforming into a spirit of nature. For a Taurus, this symbolism is particularly potent. The rabbit is a creature of the earth just like you. It digs burrows, it hides in the soil, it seeks safety above all else. The rabbit runs at the first sign of danger. In your relationships, have you been the rabbit? Have you buried your head in the sand when things got too intense? Have you stubbornly refused to move from your comfortable spot because the unknown was too frightening? This conjunction at 22 degrees of Scorpio is your invitation to stop running and to stop hiding. To become the spirit of nature is to realize that you are not separate from the forest, you are the forest. You do not need to hide from the storm because you are part of the storm. This shift from fear to trust is the essence of the miracle. It is a shift from the scarcity mindset of, I must protect what is mine, to the abundance mindset of, I am open to receive what the universe wants to give me. And this brings us to the 2nd and 8th house axis, which is the financial heartbeat of your chart. Venus, your ruler, governs your 2nd house of personal value and money. Scorpio governs your 8th house of shared resources, intimacy, and debts. When these two energies collide as they are doing now, the topic of worth becomes central. You might receive news about a financial matter on the 25th or 26th that is tied to a partner or a past investment. But on a spiritual level, this is about self-worth. You cannot attract the love you deserve if you do not believe you are valuable. The universe is asking you to audit your self-esteem. Do you only feel valuable when you are providing for others? Do you only feel worthy when you are productive? The message from the stars is that your existence alone is enough. You are valuable simply because you breathe, simply because you are here. This realization is the key that unlocks the door to the miracle. If you have been seeing the numbers 222 or combinations of 24 and 26, pay attention. These are not just numbers, they are coordinates calling you to the present moment. For a Taurus, seeing these numbers during this window is a confirmation that your material reality is aligning with your spiritual reality. It is a sign that the hard work you have done in the shadows is about to manifest in the light. The 26th of November carries a vibration of anticipation. It is the day before Saturn turns direct, so the tension is at its peak. You might feel a sense of urgency, a feeling that you need to fix everything right now. But remember the wisdom of the earth. You cannot force a flower to bloom by pulling on its petals. You must wait for the sun and the rain to do their work. Your job is to keep the soil fertile. In the context of your relationships, this means staying open and staying present. Do not try to force a commitment or a confession from someone. Let it come in its own time. The Mercury-Venus conjunction in Scorpio creates a telepathic bond. You might find yourself thinking of someone and then they call. You might feel a sudden wave of sadness or joy that does not belong to you. This is you picking up on your partner's emotions. Trust this connection. It is real. It is the invisible thread that connects all hearts. As the hours of the 26th progress, you might find yourself reflecting on the concept of loyalty. Taurus is the most loyal sign of the zodiac, but sometimes loyalty can be misplaced. Are you being loyal to a past that no longer exists? Are you being loyal to a version of yourself that you have outgrown? Scorpio energy asks you to die to the old self so that the new self can be born. This is a mini death and rebirth cycle. It is scary, yes, but it is also beautiful. Just as the snake sheds its skin, you must shed the old layers of stubbornness and fear. Underneath is a shiny new skin that is more sensitive, more alive, and more attuned to the magic of the moment. The conversations you have during this time are rewriting your history. They are healing the timeline. Imagine that every word of truth you speak heals not just the present moment, but ripples backwards to heal the wounded child within you, and ripples forward to bless the elder you will become. That is the power of Mercury Retrograde meeting Venus. It is time travel through the heart. Do not underestimate the physical symptoms you might experience. The neck and throat, as I mentioned, are your domain, but also pay attention to your lower back and your hips, the seat of your movement. If you feel stiffness there, it is a sign that you are resisting the flow. Stretch, move, dance if you have to. Release the stored tension so that the energy can move freely through your body. The universe wants to deliver a package to your door, but you must be home to receive it. Being home means being in your body, being grounded in the here and now. Do not live in the regret of yesterday or the worry of tomorrow. Live in the miracle of today. The water energy of the trine is inviting you to cleanse. Drink more water than usual. Take a long bath with salts. Visualize the water washing away all the doubts and fears that have accumulated in your aura. You are preparing your vessel to hold a high frequency of love, because what is coming is high voltage. If your wires are frayed, if your system is clogged, you will short circuit. But if you are clean and clear and grounded, you will light up like a city at night. This light will attract exactly what you need. It is the law of attraction in its purest form. You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. And right now the stars are helping you to become love itself. On the night of the 26th, look at the moon. Even if you cannot see it, know that it is moving through the zodiac, triggering these points of light. It is a cosmic clock, ticking down to the moment of Saturn's station. The seriousness of this time cannot be overstated. We are not playing games here. We are building the architecture of your future happiness. Every thought you think, every feeling you allow yourself to feel is a brick in that structure. Choose your bricks wisely. Choose the bricks of hope. Choose the bricks of forgiveness. Choose the bricks of courage. Avoid the bricks of resentment and the bricks of suspicion. They will only build a prison, not a sanctuary. And you, my dear Taurus, deserve a sanctuary. You deserve a love that feels like a warm blanket on a cold night. A love that is safe but also exciting. A love that honors your need for stability but also challenges you to grow. This is what is on the offer table. The menu of the universe is vast, but you must place your order. You place your order by believing it is possible, by knowing deep in your bones that you are worthy of it. The rabbit is shaking in the bushes, but the spirit of nature is standing tall in the clearing. Be the spirit. Step into the clearing. Let the moonlight bathe you. Let the truth find you. As the 26th draws to a close, you are standing on the precipice of a major shift. Saturn is about to wake up and move forward, and when he does, he will lock in the changes you have made. So make the changes count. Make the internal shifts real. Do not just think about them, be them. If you need to forgive someone, do it now in your heart. If you need to ask for forgiveness, do it now. Clear the slate. The new chapter is beginning, and you do not want to start it with ink stains from the previous page. You want a fresh page, a clean white page, waiting for the story of a lifetime to be written. And the pen is in your hand. The ink is your will. The inspiration is the love that flows from the source of all things. You are the author and the protagonist. Write a good story. Write a story where the hero wins, not by fighting but by loving. Write a story where the Taurus finds not just the gold in the ground, but the gold in the heart. The alchemy of Scorpio is turning your lead into gold. It is a painful process. Sometimes the fire must be hot to melt the metal, but the result is precious. You are that metal. You are being refined. You are being purified. And soon, very soon, you will shine with a brilliance that will blind the shadows.